Welcome back to Topicopedia, the podcast that's filthier than your search history and cheekier than your mate's other half after a few too many. You're listening to episode 147. I'm Steve, your certified wind-up merchant, and joining me, as always, is Nicole, the queen of inappropriate giggles and questionable life choices.
Oi! Speak for yourself, mate. Someone's got to keep you in line, or at least try. Spoiler, it's not working.
Never has, never will. This week we're diving headfirst into the bizarre and slightly unsettling tale of a 3-year-old who reckons he's lived before. Yeah, reincarnation is a thing apparently. I just hope his past life didn't involve paying taxes, because he's got enough time to be miserable about that in this one.
Imagine being 3 and already more worldly than you. Bet his past life didn't involve crying over lost kebabs at 3 a.m.
You leave my kebab morning out of this. Plus, we've got our usual chaos lined up, some notable news stories that'll make you question your collective IQ of the human race, our Urban Dictionary word of the week to expand your vocabulary in all the wrong ways, meme of the week to ruin your sense of humour, and even further, of course, some dodgy jokes to round it all off.
Basically, if you're easily offended, confused by sarcasm, or just have taste, turn off now. For everyone else, strap in, lube up, and let's get this hot mess of a show rolling.
Oh dear, yeah, please don't turn off now. I mean, you've already clicked play. You may as well just leave it on at this point. So.
As you're here, you might as well listen. And it's a bit like, as you're on our TikTok page, you might as well follow. And if you're on our Facebook page, you might as well follow. In fact, just because we're talking about them now, if you weren't on there, I think you should go there now and follow. I think that's
definitely
a great
go
idea.
And do it, because someone we had some fun at the weekend, didn't we? This is how much dedication we put into this. We actually was like, I got to the point where I'm there like, we need to do plenty of social media. Because obviously, you know, all the big podcasts, all the big they all have staff and stuff to do their socials. With us, it's just you and me.
It's just us.
It's just us.
Yeah.
So
can't get the staff.
Yeah. So I'm there, not only editing the videos and, you know, titling them and checking that the AI hasn't put. It is quite funny when it generates the captions, and sometimes it's well out. You're like, where the hell have you even got that word from? Like, do I not talk English? To be fair, a lot of the time I don't. but yeah, sometimes
you don't get any words out at all, do you?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm chuffed this week because I did manage to find a piece of software that lets me post to different platforms at the same time. Not Twitter though, because obviously X as it is. They want you to be able to pay to do anything on there now. So
I just think it's had its day, hasn't it? And I don't know. There are other social medias now. To be fair, there are newer ones that we should probably be on, but we're not. But you know, I think
the new software lets us publish to Blue Sky. So you know what? Go and look us up on Blue Sky because we will get one set up by the time this airs. I think that's a big claim, isn't it?
That's a big claim.
We'll see if Blue Sky takes off or not.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll be us that makes it take off.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll bring everyone along to it.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. So we had fun setting all that up because obviously we set up a new YouTube, didn't we?
Yes. Well, yes and no.
Yeah. Yes and
no. So we had a bit of a palaver, didn't we? Because we needed to make it a brand account, which you can't just upgrade your account to a brand account. You've got to create a new account. But what we've done is transferred the old account over to the new one. So there's no change for anyone. If you're subscribed already and, you know, if you regularly visit the channel, nothing's really changed for you. But for us, it was a fucking nightmare. Yeah. But we got there and we are now a brand account. Where's the button?
Which one we go? Oh, hang on. Yeah. Say it again.
So we are now a brand account. Well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, we love to keep you hanging.
Well, you do love to keep me hanging.
I do.
Tell me when you're ready.
It was. Oh yeah.
So we are now a brand account.
Lovely jubbly.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting, but yeah, I forgot all about that. Yes.
Oh,
Lovely
sorry.
jubbly.
Oh, did you want? You wanted a.
That's what I wanted.
There we
Yes.
go.
God, we spent ages sorting that out, but yes. So now we can. I don't even know what. Yeah, now you can post to YouTube automatically via your little hub that you've got.
Yeah.
Which is good. So now I can just send you things, and you have to upload them.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah. So if you do spot any of our socials, please do give it a like and a share, and watch stuff through in full. You know, I know it's painstaking when I'm posting reels that are 6 seconds long, but please give us your 6 seconds. So
Give us your 6 seconds. And do you know what? The longer ones are actually funny as heck. Like, they are worth a watch, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust. So, yeah, I mean, you got a mix of things on there, haven't you? You got like some of our jokes, some little clips from the episodes. We've got, we got some like random funny bits that we just thought was funny and seemed Topicopedia-ified. So we post that.
Topicopedia-ified, I like that one.
Yeah. It just felt like our sort of humour. So, you know, if you like our sort of humour, which I hope you do because you're still here and still listening after the warning at the beginning, I hope you'll go and interact with us. You could leave us a comment as well. We should each week give people homework on what kind of comments to leave, shouldn't we?
Just as like an
emoji.
Yeah.
Give us like, I don't know, what could we have? A poo emoji. That's really apt for today, and you'll find out why in a minute. Give us the poop emoji on any of our socials, and then we know that you listened to this episode.
And on the flip side, people might think that you're just trying to say it's shit.
Yeah, maybe. There is that.
We didn't think that bit through of it, but we'll know what you mean.
No, I'll tell you what. Give us a poop emoji and with also a chicken emoji. All right, that will make sense to only us.
Everyone else will think, what the hell is going on with your comments? Like,
yeah, chicken poop. What's going on? Yeah, I'll explain in a minute. But
okay.
Yeah, that seems like it feels like my theme of the last couple of weeks. To be fair, but anyway. So, how has your week been, Steve?
My week has been uneventful, apart from spending my weekend sorting that out, which theoretically will save me time in the long run because I can schedule things at the same time. It's very exciting. I feel like a social media god. You are now. Now that we've got this sorted, you are God. There we go. Yeah. I'm not allowed to post anything anymore, guys. I have to put it through him first now. I have to send it to him and make sure it's allowed. The thing is, though, we were kind of like completely absent from Instagram before because I'm not an Instagram person at all. No. But now I don't even have to put any thought into it. So if I don't have to put a thought into it, then it makes it a bit easier for me. So I agree. Yeah, thoughtless shit posting. That's what we like. We don't beat around the bush. We don't beat, well, unless you're into that, but I mean, but yeah, anyway, I want everyone at home to be mindlessly shit posting with poops and chickens, though, all across our social medias. Thank you, please. So we obviously got that sorted. Anything else happen this week? No, not really, rather uneventful. Again. You haven't bought any devices, anything cool, no gadgets. You haven't had any bills you want to rant about, or you haven't popped into Aldi and been upset about them, or no rants this week, Steve? I love Aldi. What have I purchased this week? I don't think I've actually purchased anything fun this week at Aldi either. Oh. No, sorry, Aldi. It's Lidl that I love. It's Aldi. It's Lidl that you love. Yeah. I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say. I'm getting confused with my yellow and blue brands there. You are. They're very similar. I'll give you that. Yeah. No, I've not been to the Aldi since last time I ranted about it. So my life has been at peace. So. Well, good. That's a good thing. Yeah. Apart from that, no, nothing much to report. One day I'm going to have to do something like ridiculously exciting just to make up for all these.
Bungee jump.
No, I'm in.
Okay, not one of them. I wouldn't do one of them either, so that's fair. Maybe you could go get an endoscopy.
That doesn't really sound like. Oh, hang on. We had Pancake Day.
Were you a tosser?
I was a complete and utter tosser.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I didn't make any pancakes though.
Oh, damn. All that tossing and no pancake at the end of it. That is Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. I had some pancakes. They were great.
Oh, so you did some tossing then? Oh,
I did some tossing. I'm an excellent tosser, me.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got so excited last week, didn't I? I was going to have my banana and cream with toffee, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Didn't do it.
Did you not? What did you have it with?
No. I put the lemon and sugar on like I always do because it felt really wrong to deviate from my normal path. I don't know why.
Fair play. I'll take that.
Yeah. But I still really love the idea of having it with banana and cream and toffee.
Well, you're going to have to...
I'm clean eating now.
Clean eating.
Yeah.
That sounds incredibly boring.
It's not been too bad for the entire 48 hours that I've done it. Look, the problem is everything I eat just comes straight back out again. So I don't know. Anything I eat just seems a bit pointless at the moment. But I'm trying to eat a bit cleaner, to get a bit leaner, so that I can have a summer body, or something vaguely closer to one at least.
Yeah, the days are getting longer, which is nice. Yes, I'm a big advocate of longer days.
A bit warmer as well.
Don't push it.
Oh, it's been lovely sunshine here most days.
Yeah.
Not today.
It's been sunny here today, but I wouldn't say it's been cracking the flags.
Oh, it's not hot or anything, but as I sit in my bedroom now, I don't think we've had the heating on today, and it's 19 degrees, which is like roasting, considering the heating's not been on.
If you save your energy bills, then that's all good.
Exactly. God, yeah. God. Right, so I've had a bit of a week, actually.
Okay.
So, last week we talked about my stool samples that I needed to take and send off.
Yes.
So that obviously got done. And then I had my scan, which we talked about last week. What else did I have to do? There's all sorts of done. I had to go and have an endoscopy, which is why I mentioned that earlier, which was on Saturday. And as we know, I'm quite an anxious person. And I could feel myself having a panic attack in the corridor. I hadn't even gotten to the department yet. I could feel it starting to happen. I'm like, no, I haven't even got there. Come on. Like, this is ridiculous. And I managed to get there. I got checked in, and I must have looked pretty worried because the nurse said, we're here to diagnose you, not torture you. I said, I'm bloody terrified. And he was like, you'll be fine. We're going to give you this and this and this. Right, yeah. So anyway, they get me cannulated, and I get taken into the room, and they put me on the bed, and I'm really starting to panic now. And the nurse is lovely, and he's holding my hand. He's like, it's all right, it's all right. He had lovely warm hands. And I'm like, yeah, I don't feel very all right though. And then the doctors were like, it's fine. We do this all the time. And it's very easy. The worst part is the throat spray because it tastes so gross. So anyway, he puts that in my mouth. It did taste pretty gross, to be fair. And he said, right, now swallow. So I swallowed it, got to be a good girl in these situations.
It's only polite.
It's only polite that when a gentleman tells you to swallow, you bloody well do it after he's filled your mouth with foul-tasting liquid. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, Mum. Anyway, So I swallowed, and then I started freaking out because I couldn't feel my tongue on my throat, and I felt like I was going to choke on my tongue. Like, it was horrible. It was horrible. And they rolled me over and said, right, maybe we should get the sedation in you. And I was already having a meltdown. And they were like, the trick with this is to control your breathing. And I'm like, oh, I can't. So we abandoned it. So I didn't get it done. So I have no idea. I assume they're going to send me for a general anaesthetic next time to have it done.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm waiting for a consultant to call me. But I did have a telephone call about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
From my GP about my stool samples, right?
Okay.
One of them has to be redone.
Oh, did you mess that one up?
Did I mess it up? No, I did it beautifully. I did it perfectly.
Oh, that was me thinking you did it a load of shit.
Oh, it was a load of shit, but it was perfect. Perfect shit. No, but the thing was, it was because they'd given me the wrong sample pot to send it off. The lab refused it based on the fact it was in the wrong bloody pot. So, all right. So that's so I've got to redo one of them with the correct pot. Fine. And he said also the one we have had back, it actually contained salmonella. And I'm like,
okay.
Oh, right. Well, this is starting to explain a few things, isn't it? So it sounds like I've had salmonella poisoning for the last few weeks. And I'm definitely not out of the woods with it yet, that's for sure. Because, yeah. But he doesn't want to give me antibiotics for it, because why would he? So we're going to leave it and do another sample on Monday and send that off and see if it's gone. And I'm thinking, all right, I'll just live on the toilet then, shall I? So this is why you've got to send your chicken poop emojis, because, salmonella's commonly associated with chicken, even though it was mushrooms that I ate. But I did have some eggs that day, didn't I? Maybe it was the eggs. Maybe it wasn't the mushrooms at all.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway, whatever. So that's why we're doing chicken and poop, because chicken has made me poop constantly for the last 3 weeks. So get those emojis on our social medias.
Perfect.
Perfecto more. Other than that, I'm trying to think if anything else has happened this week. Nothing that you would want to hear about, I don't think. I've been ordering things, but it's not exciting for you people to listen to, unless you're into hognose snakes, in which case it might be very exciting. But probably not. I've got a drinks cooler, which I'm going to convert into an incubator.
Oh, okay.
So I've been buying bits for that. So a really good thermostat and a heat cable and a fan. I don't think I'm going to need much else than that, to be honest with you. So, yeah, all exciting times.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's my week.
I can tell you what I haven't done this week.
Oh?
I haven't crashed a tanker.
Oh, who's done that then?
A ship. A tanker ship. Cargo ship.
Right.
Yeah. Did you not see about that?
No.
All right. Yeah, I heard about this.
Is that where my bloody Shein order is then, is it?
Possibly.
Better not be.
Yeah, you know what? I hadn't actually seen anything about this. I'm going to have a look now, because this is a story that I wanted to see about. I saw it flash up on my board, but I'd never looked into it. A 59-year-old man's been arrested on suspicion of gross negligence, manslaughter in connection with the collision. So it's a cargo ship. I thought a tanker ship was involved. I thought some chemicals were spilling into the sea. Yeah, geez, okay. Yeah. A fiery mess. Both ships caught fire.
Oh, no.
So,
that's not good.
Yeah. That's not a great day in work when you crash the tanker and have boats on fire.
That's not good at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't seen about that, but yeah, let's. Is there a photo of it? Have a picture of it?
God.
Aerial footage shows stranded tanker with gouge on its side. Where's the bit of it happening? Why is it all these news stories now are like, a rolling news article? Like, just do an article. So we don't need like updates every 2 minutes on it.
Oh, I know. Well, sometimes I don't mind the live updates when it's something local that's happening, especially,
Yeah.
Those are quite exciting to watch the live updates, but all the comments section.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Comment sections.
Plymouth Live have started turning off their comment sections on ongoing investigations now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Makes sense. Oil tanker was carrying 220,000 barrels of jet fuel when it was struck.
Oh, okay. Quite a bit then.
just a little bit. I'm sure Elon Musk could get through that quite quick.
I don't doubt it.
I need to look up a story about Elon Musk because I did see our mate Elon.
Oh, what's he done now?
Because this flashed up on my board as well, and I thought that's interesting. 6 hours ago, Trump to buy a brand new Tesla in support of Elon Musk amid Dodge criticism.
Oh dear.
He could buy Elon Musk a minge. I'm sure he's got enough money for that.
I'm sure he has. Sure Elon could buy his own.
Yeah.
And several.
Well, maybe, possibly, because Elon Musk has lost $52 billion in net worth this year. That's the latest. Yeah, he's tanked Tesla. Shares of Musk's Tesla dropped 8% before market close on Tuesday after a steady decrease of more than 20% over the last month. And Tesla's market value dropped below $1 trillion for the first time since November.
Ouch.
So, not really a good time for him. He's good at wasting, I'm saying his money, mostly his investors' money, I think.
Wow.
All these people daft enough to put their money down for cars and lorries and stuff that they're, not getting for years on end.
Well, yeah.
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 I don't know. I don't know where I'm at with him. I don't,
Yes, you do. You hate him.
Yeah.
You know exactly where you're at with him. Let's not sugarcoat it.
I think he's a fraud.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works, though. You got to be a bit of a blagger to be good at business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Elon Musk becomes the first person to lose $200 billion. That takes some skill, doesn't it, to be able to not only, be the richest person on earth, but also lose the most money by fucking everything up.
True. I mean, the thing is, though, it does make a lot of sense.
What does?
The more you've got to lose, the more you can lose.
The more maybe you do dodgy gambles and things like, you overspend on Twitter, rename it, devalue it, charge everyone to use it. And then, so...
There was a thing recently where he asked someone what they called it, and they say they still call it Twitter, apparently. And he was just a bit like, okay.
Yes, because that's what it is.
It'll always be Twitter. If he wanted to start his own social media, he should have just started his own social media, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he should have.
He could have done that. It would have cost him a lot less.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What would he call it? Probably still X, to be fair. That's about as creative as he gets. Oh, yeah. Let's just pick a letter out the alphabet.
It's not even a good letter. He could have picked any letter. Honestly, it just... The connotations of the letter X are, well...
Well, to be fair, there is a fair amount of porn on there.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So it does kind of reflect what you might find on there.
That's true. Well, there you go. Maybe that's what he wants to turn it into.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Dear.
Anyway. Yeah. Right. It's been a bit of a slow news week this week, isn't it?
It has. You know what? I was looking through earlier and... okay. Let's find some clickbaity shite to talk about.
Okay.
Lily Allen should be ashamed of her disgusting X-rated confession. She's revealed exactly why she'll never be happy.
And this is because...
If body shaming is bad, why is sex shaming acceptable, Lily? It makes no sense. Join for £1.99 per month to read. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wow, that was the ultimate clickbait and it got you there, didn't it, Steve? It got you.
Is clickbait to the max, isn't it? Exclusive articles, offers and more. £1.99 per month for your first year. Absolute
That's naughty, isn't it?
Get in the bin.
Do you know what, ladies and gentlemen, at home or on your way to work or whilst you're at work or whatever it is you're doing at the gym or whatever, it is completely free to go and read the articles on our website that are beautifully written. And as I say, completely free to make use of our website, please do.
Yeah, we might clickbait from time to time, but you click and you get the answer. You do not
exactly.
You do not click only for us to beg you for money. You know.
No, exactly. Yeah.
That's annoying. I was intrigued to know what Lily Allen said that was so disgusting. Oh, well.
I bet Google will know, won't it?
Oh, let's try it. How do I word that for Google? What did? Oh, let's search for the newspaper. There must be a website out there that says.
I found one.
What have you found?
AI has given an overview of an article. It says, yet when it comes to discussing her sex life, attention-seeking Lily has no boundaries. Back in January, she told The Times that Harbour was the first man she ever slept with while sober, adding, it's helpful to do it with someone that's long in the tooth in that game. So she likes an experienced man, and she generally tends to be quite drunk or high or whatever it is.
So she wants someone who's experienced, but she wants to give her really shit time. She don't want you at her best. She wants to.
Maybe that's what she needs to be at her best, though. Maybe she needs to lose her inhibitions a little bit, you know? Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's worth $1.99, is it?
No. I'd feel robbed if I paid $1.99 to find that out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really clickbaity. That was naughty. That's very naughty. Oh dear. Well, I can't tell you how much I really don't care about Lily Allen and her sex life. I am sad though because David Harbour was doing the dirty on her, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think so.
Oh. Diddums.
Hang on, let me find out. I feel like we need to know.
Oh, inside. Sorry, I found another thing to click on.
Okay, well, I'll just quickly say Lily and David parted ways after Lily allegedly discovered Stranger Things star David's secret profile on exclusive dating app Raya. So, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that one either because that one's behind a paywall. Are all newspapers just behind paywalls now or what?
Apparently so.
Anyway, you know what isn't behind a paywall? Facebook. Not yet.
Currently. Great minds.
I am part of I don't know if you've heard about this that people are doing now, because obviously European flights are still relatively cheap compared to...
Yes.
Well, especially compared to travelling around the UK. It's cheaper to go, you can go abroad for a day out.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
So I'm in this group, Extreme Day Trips, Manchester Airport. I never looked if there's one for Liverpool Airport, but there's a lot less destinations out of Liverpool Airport. So unless you're planning to go to Dublin, then getting there and back on the same day might, be a push. But this one has been posted in Extreme Day Trips, Manchester Airport by anonymous member.
Okay. Okay. So that's already sus.
Okay.
When people go anonymous.
Yeah. Asking for a friend. Anyone packed an adult toy in their hand luggage? And if stopped, was your bag search done discreetly? Right. The first one. So obviously, comments on this include a lot of people being on a day trip. Like, seriously,
oh my God.
have a day off.
Can't you go manual action? I mean, they're not wrong, are they? If you really, really can't take a day off, why has it got to be,
Yeah, why does it have to be the full experience? Like,
honestly. I bet they've seen it all, though. I bet they really have.
So what have we got here? I took the batteries out of mine and it went through fine. Had to buy new ones when I landed. Also, was caught with a set of handcuffs in Prague after being handcuffed to a stag during my stay. Forgot I'd left them in. Security guy pulled them out in front of everybody. Said he would have to confiscate them in case I decided to use them on the plane. You know what? After that story last year about the big black dildo in the cabin, then I think it's I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that in use for the.
That was the year before last. I think.
Oh, was
I think
it?
That was a couple of years ago.
Oh, we've been doing this longer than a while. Yeah,
we have been. We're nearly 3 years now.
Wow. Yeah, but anyway, I wouldn't want that in conjunction with the cabin dildo and the handcuff combo. Really wouldn't be something that I'd be interested in. I'm sure there's people who would be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they'd probably pay a little bit more, wouldn't they, for that?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Someone's point, it's illegal to take them in some countries. Best to check before you pack.
Ah, okay.
Showed up on scanner. The security person just looked me in the eye rolled, and laughed. They didn't even open the bag. Might be classed as a concealed weapon.
Oh, God.
I work for an airline at Manchester. Happens on a daily basis. Can be slightly embarrassing as the security staff do pull it out and sometimes have to swab it. But you won't be the first or the last.
Oh, my God.
Swab it for what?
Yeah.
Love juices, DNA.
Oh, God.
I suppose. Yeah, I bet someone has tried smuggling drugs in that, thinking, they're not going to take that apart.
Yeah.
So possibly has been swabbed. Yeah,
maybe.
I've been stopped going out for an adult toy in Manchester. They were very discreet, though. I thought it was a prank of they thought it was a prank of a friend. Oh, so they're admitting it was them then. They were respectful and said, no, just on vacay with my girlfriend, and yes, lesbians use toys.
Fair. Okay.
My friend did a Google search on this recently ahead of her short trip. Okay, there's a lot of wankers in this group.
Yeah.
My friend packed in speech marks. Packed one in her case. When it came off the conveyor belt, it was on. She could feel it through the case.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Mine's the case that's vibrating.
Oh, my God.
I've done many a bag search on security with adult toys in. They will be as discreet as possible. Slightly different area, but if you lose your toys, did some work on London Underground lost property. Plenty of toys got handed in, but funnily enough, never claimed. Brings a new different meaning to lost and found.
I'm surprised they even put them in the lost and found. Don't you think they would just get disposed of? Surely you can't hand that back out to anyone, can you? Can you prove to me that this is yours, please, madam? Like, no, I don't typically have pictures of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do. Maybe you do. I don't know.
You bring your proof of purchase with you.
Oh my God.
Someone thought literally is an extreme day trip. Yeah. It's a day trip. How much of a libido does your friend have? Also, how would you find the time asking for a friend?
I mean, God, yeah, I mean, I can't actually get over the fact that this is something they need to take on a day trip. Hey, maybe it's that kind of day trip. You know?
Yeah,
maybe it's
possibly.
For content.
Yeah,
it could be for content, couldn't it?
Content creators.
It could be an OnlyFans star, and they need to know, you know.
But I mean, if you go in there for content, you know, obviously it's a taxable expense, you know, tax deductible expense.
True.
Pay for a case. Live the high life.
Yeah.
Pay for a case. Don't put it in your hand luggage.
Yeah. I expect they don't want to take a case on a day trip, though, do they?
So, but I accidentally had one in my hand luggage. I had one at my mother's house hidden. I didn't want to leave it there whilst I was away, so I popped it in my hand carry, meant to offload it when I got home before going away the next day. Needless to say, I forgot and just piled a few more things in my bag, and off I went the next day. It wasn't until my bag got pulled that I remembered it was in there. Thankfully, all they did was put it through the scanner for a second time and not sift through it. I'm wondering if they saw it the first time and just put it back through for another giggle. Something I'll never know.
Do you know what, though? There's a loophole here that hasn't been thought of.
What's that then?
Dildo-shaped guns.
Do not give people ideas.
Don't do that at home, kids, or at the airport. Please pack your dildos responsibly and don't pack your guns, because as my daughter found out, even a water pistol will get you into trouble. I can't believe that happened. To this day, I can't believe that happened. At least it wasn't a dildo.
Yeah. I had to halt a whole American Airlines flight once because we felt something vibrating in a first-class suitcase. Not sure how discreet 8 police cars and vans turning up to the aircraft was, but hey-ho.
Oh, God. Could you imagine being called out and being on high alert and you think you're going to get blown up, and when you finally...
get the bomb squad there.
Get the bomb squad and you isolate the thing, and then you actually finally crack it open and you realise, it's a dildo. Brilliant. Wonderful. Yeah. That's got a... I don't know if you'd laugh or you'd cry.
Yeah, it's slightly embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So if you got a suitcase, my suggestion would be put it in your suitcase.
Yeah, but you're not going to take a suitcase on a day trip, are you?
No, but why take a toy on a day trip?
For content.
Yeah, that's the only reason, isn't it?
It's the only reason. You should comment, Steve. Are you a content creator by any chance? Yeah.
Oh, dear. It did cheer me up seeing that anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, that is quite funny. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, since it's a bit light on news this week, should we do some Am I the Arsehole?
I think we should, yeah, because that was quite fun, wasn't it? And I've pulled one up already that we can start with.
Okay.
This one says, "Am I the arsehole for boiled eggs at work?" Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
you probably are. Yeah, we'll see. Let's read. Let's see what they have to say. So, my partner doesn't believe me that he's making poor food choices at work. God, what is it with people and their poor food choices at work? He's recently started working in an office environment. He was on the tools previously, and every day he takes a boiled egg to work for morning tea, and then he eats tuna and boiled potatoes with a tomato and a raw onion salad for lunch. Oh God. I've told him that his co-workers wouldn't appreciate these choices, but he says they're totally fine with it. So here we are, asking whether he should rethink his food choices or not. Thanks in advance. And then they've also added he's not heating anything up. And also, I've just shown him this, and he's admitted it's that he announces it's time to get smelly when he has his snack.
Oh, come on. This is satire.
It's got to be, isn't it?
It is at that point by announcing it's going to get smelly.
But, well, to be fair, it's one of those things, like, if you're aware that you're eating pongy food, that's the sort of thing I would do, would sort of make a joke out of it, rather than not say anything and, know that it's like the elephant in the room, isn't it?
Maybe. I wouldn't personally. Know. I'd just be like, yeah, it's an egg, so what? I've smelt boiled egg before. Yeah, no,
I'd probably be like, well, it might smell of farts, but it's delicious and nutritious.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Fight me. Sue me, bitch. Are you the asshole?
No, I don't think so. You know what? I'm going to forgive him because he used to be on the tools, so he probably, previously ate all this stuff. On the work site, outside typically, or in,
yeah, that's true.
So that's true. In more ventilated areas, say the least. So even if you got like a cabin or something, you usually have the door open and stuff. So you got airflow and whatnot.
You do.
So I think because he's new to the office and none of his colleagues has complained, I don't think he's an arsehole for it.
Fair enough. I do think though that I have questions about the validity of this claim, just purely because it's not just the egg, it's the fact that he then has tuna and raw onions, and I just think surely those are the top three things you don't want to smell of your friend's lunch,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
might be a little,
maybe a little bit of an asshole. Okay.
No, I just think it might be a bit of a fake post for attention, but so we'll see.
Okay, what about this one that I've come across? I don't know. Okay. Let's see if it's any good or not. I've not pre-read it. So, it's a 20-year-old female living in a uni house with a girl and her boyfriend, both 19. In our first year, I used to be close friends with the girl, but this academic year, after moving in together, we had a falling out. Over the course of our friendship, it became clear that she was a person of questionable character. Her boyfriend, who isn't the best person either, had cheated on her before I met before her. Cheated on her before her, and I met. And she told me with pride that she had hacked into his student finance account and cancelled his application. Why? He said that he has no idea about it, and he thinks that there was an error with the system, and that he'd luckily managed to sort it out in time. Since the falling out, she's been really spiteful towards me, and to this day, 5 months later, it's really awkward. I waited until my annoyance was over the falling out had subsided before considering telling her boyfriend, as I feel like if I tell him, it should purely be because it's the right thing to do. They're moving in together next year, and I'm not sure whether to tell him or not. If I tell him too early, she'd find out, and I'm scared of the way she'd act towards me. Bit of a selfish reason, not to, though. But if I tell him too late, they'd be living together, and that's not fair on him. I'm not sure it's even my place to say anything. What is the right thing to do? I think he needs to know what she's like.
Yeah.
I think you're the arsehole if you don't tell him. I think get this out in the open.
I think you have a moral responsibility on a human level sometimes, don't you? And don't wait until they live together, because I think he should be allowed to make the informed choice on whether he wants to live with her, being armed with all the facts.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I do. I think going on and cancelling that. Yeah, you should not be going on people's accounts and cancelling things, no matter how you're feeling.
No, that's really controlling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just not good.
Not good.
No, I would tell him, but do it in a sympathetic way, and don't do it in a, well, she's a, I was going to say a word that I'm not going to say. in a see you next Tuesday kind of way.
Yeah.
And but I think you should, do it in a sympathetic way. I've seen this, I've noticed this. I just thought you should know. Up to you what you do with it. I don't know. I think, handle it in the best way that you can, but definitely tell him 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're agreed on that one.
Of course, we're agreed. Okay. I've got one here, and it's got a label on it that says poo mode activated, and it caught my attention.
Okay, I'm not surprised it caught your attention.
Of course it did. So it says, my 50-year-old female, so herself, 50-year-old female, husband, 52-year-old male, took my mother and her partner out to dinner at a 4-star restaurant. We had just finished our appetizers when the table next to us was seated, middle-aged woman and a teenager. As the woman walked by our table, she had her cell phone in hand, and I quickly realised she was on a phone call and it was on speaker. The other tables around us were also occupied, and people at those started turning toward her as the conversation was very loud. The woman and the person on the call were essentially speaking to each other with raised voices. Our entrees were brought out, and despite several people around the woman, just kept going with her conversation. Phone propped up by her water glass whilst the teenager was on her phone. God blimey, why have they gone out to dinner? Here is where I may have been the arsehole. While we were eating, a couple was seated on the other side of the woman and teenager. They sat for a few minutes, and when the server came to introduce himself, they asked to be moved to a different table. They clearly said it was because of this woman having a phone conversation. We finished our entrees and were waiting to order dessert. The teen had gotten up from the table. I leaned over and said, "Excuse me, would you mind taking the phone off speaker? It's very disruptive to those around you. Several tables have been staring at you and hoping you would do so." She responded back that if she was sitting here in the restaurant, you would be able to hear the conversation, to which I replied, "I would certainly hope that you would not be speaking in raised voices if you were sitting 2 feet from each other at a table." She said, "I'm turning it down." And I said, "Thank you, because it is very disruptive." At this point, she says, "Listen, I'm a grown-ass woman. This is over." I said nothing. We had our dessert and left. As we were leaving, she said loudly to the person on the phone, "Okay, they are gone. I'm turning this up so I can hear you." Am I the arsehole for asking her to take the phone off speaker? No, but also I don't think she should have had to. I think the staff should have maybe said something.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, someone has asked to be moved. If it's disruptive and you can hear someone having an argument or whatever with someone, raised voices on a phone call, it's not really what you want to sit and experience, is it, in a restaurant?
I mean, it kind of depends on the restaurant as well, I'd say. If it's like a McDonald's or something, you kind of just expect people messing about on their phones. But, out of just common decency, you wouldn't have things on loudspeaker or blaring music. It's like people on the bus. Do you remember, like, early 90s, people on the bus would be, like, showing off their ringtones? And it's like, come on.
Yes.
The whole bus doesn't want to hear your shitty polyphonic ringtones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or it's a bit like when people are walking down the street and they're playing their bloody music on their phone so that you can hear it without headphones. And it's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah. No one else is interested.
Nobody wants to hear that as you walk past. No.
Yeah. Okay, here's one for you. This last week, myself, 24 male, as well as my girlfriend, 26 female, went on a week-long trip. I've travelled with my girlfriend many times, and occasionally her 2 friends, both 26 and 30. I've never had any issues with them and generally enjoy travelling with them.
Okay.
The trip itself was okay, but I was not very pleasant to be around. Oh. Why not? I wasn't very patient with my girlfriend and was a bit of a party pooper, for lack of a better term. When we got back, my girlfriend told me how I acted, and of course I apologised and all was forgiven. However, she also informed me that one of her friends was super upset at me because I intentionally undressed in front of her and was making of her for it. Making of her for it? Now, for reference, the place we were staying at had both an indoor shower and an outdoor shower, and that was basically in a tool shed / closet outside. To try and be nice, I thought I would take showers only in the outdoor shower, so the bathroom could be available for the ladies. Oh, I think that's quite considerate.
Right. Very considerate, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, when I hopped out there in the morning to take a shower, she came by the window and saw me taking my clothes off. The only reason I took my clothes off was because it was pitch black in the tool shed and incredibly wet and didn't want to get my clothes wet. So obviously, in retrospect, I should have gotten undressed indoors and wrapped a towel around myself before going outside. Anyways, I was shocked and had no idea she had seen me. My girlfriend thought it was the case and believed me. The next day, the friends went out to dinner and she berated my girlfriend about how disgusting and perverted I was to getting dressed in front of her. My girlfriend came back home super upset and crying. Apparently, she suggested that I was rubbing in her face the entire day. Apparently, I had made comment that I felt naked without carrying my backpack that I was carrying all day. I thought it was best just to try and apologise and move on, but before leaving me on red, she said, whether it was intentional or not, I was being careless and selfish. Careless I can understand, but not so sure about selfish. And my actions also affected her relationship with her boyfriend. She also mentioned that I should apologise for my girlfriend for my actions. I'm very tempted to message her back and say that she should be the one to apologise to my girlfriend for making her cry and that she's blowing it all out of proportion. Am I the arsehole for not being more careful where I undress, leading to someone accidentally seeing it and being uncomfortable?
Well, you've sort of said yourself you've been a bit careless about where you were taking your clothes off. It does sound all a bit of an overreaction, though.
It does. She's super offended at seeing someone, get undressed. Just don't look.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. So
she was clearly looking. She clearly enjoyed getting an eyeful and wanted to make something out of it.
Some people are just about the drama.
Yeah. So
I don't think he should have been getting undressed. He says himself he shouldn't have done it there. It was silly.
But he did say it was dark and wet in there, and he didn't want to get his clothes wet. So fair dues. It is hard work and uncomfortable putting on wet clothes after a shower. Yeah,
definitely, absolutely.
So I see where it's coming from there, and I would do the same and try and minimise getting. I don't want wet clothes. Who wants to put wet clothes on?
Yeah.
So,
and I just think it just sounds like a bit of an overreaction. Like you say, just, oh crap, I've noticed this. Look away. Well, he didn't even notice. So he didn't even notice. No. But if it really bothers you, you can say something later about, maybe you shouldn't have got changed there or whatever, and then boom, move on. There's no point making a big deal about it. What do you want to do? Like, have it erased from your memory, because that's not possible. I don't understand sometimes what people hope to achieve, which is sometimes the question to ask, isn't it? Like, okay, you're making a big deal about this. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? That's the question. What are you trying to achieve? Okay, what have we got here? I've lived with my roommate for over 8 months now. Her low-key helicopter mother told me beforehand that because of her illness, bladder/digestive problems, oh, it sounds like me, she let her be a little spoiled and would just clean up after her, and asked me to be patient with her lack of cleanliness, and to wake her up every day. Now that I think about it, I don't know why I agreed, but it was kind of a weird thing to ask me, but yeah, sure, I guess. But I didn't think it was going to be an issue until I actually saw it. She wouldn't do the dishes, clean up after herself, flush the toilet, or basically any shared housework unless I specifically reminded her. And it gets a little tiring after months of that. She also had a weird habit of throwing food down the sink, and it starts smelling really bad if I wait for her to clean it up. She would also have terrible table manners, and would leave food directly on the couch and stain it and then leave it as it is, which was pretty darn difficult to get off since the couch was made of fabric. But whenever I point it out, the first thing she says is that she'll stop, but the next day I find her doing the same thing. Now, my own parents were aware of all that, and at first they were also pissed, but lately they've been telling me that my roommate was just very ill and should be patient. But honestly, I don't care. I don't think being ill justifies her making a mess around me and having to be patient, waking her up every day and still cleaning up after her. By the way, for context, we're both uni students, but she barely attends any classes. So I'm not going to lie, after coming back from my classes to a mess and weird odours, it's not the best feeling out there, but I might be overreacting. Am I the arsehole?
No. No, you're not the arsehole. Did you say she doesn't even flush the toilet after herself?
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
That is super. That is at the point of, especially someone who, said what, she's got bowel problems and things. Sure, that's more of a reason to flush the toilet after yourself.
Yeah, think you'd be bloody good at that by now, wouldn't you?
You think.
Well, trust me, as someone who has such problems, you get bloody good at it. It's not a task, is it? It's just, you just do it. It's muscle memory almost. You don't even think about it.
Yeah, so I think she's almost kind of taking advantage of people around her. Like, what would you call it? Like,
it sounds very entitled. Like she feels like someone should be cleaning up after her, like following her around, and like obviously that's what her parents have done. And I entirely blame the parents for this.
The parents are the asshole on this one.
Yeah, because they've enabled her. She doesn't know any bloody different because they never bothered to teach her any different. So, yeah that's it.
We've conquered that one.
We have definitely conquered that one.
Anyway, did you have a mystery for us?
I do have a mystery for us. Yes, this one's a bit of a weird one, but we will. I'll tell you about it nonetheless, and we'll see what you think at the end. So today we're going to dive into a story that will make you question everything you thought you knew about life and death.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So imagine this: a small, quiet village next to the Golan Heights. A place where tradition runs deep and ancient beliefs shape everyday life. It's here, among the Druze people, that one of the most bizarre and unsettling stories of reincarnation came to light. It all started with a little boy, just 3 years old, who claimed to remember his past life. Not just vague memories or dreams, but vivid, terrifying details of his own murder. Okay, so in Druze culture, reincarnation isn't just a concept, it's a fundamental belief. And stories of past lives aren't uncommon. But what makes this story so remarkable isn't just the boy's claim, it's what happened when people listened. So the boy was born with a long red birthmark stretching across his forehead. And in Druze tradition, birthmarks are often thought to be connected to past life injuries. So from a young age, he seemed haunted, speaking of his previous life with a strange sort of intensity. He insisted that he had been murdered with an axe. Oh, okay. So at first his parents dismissed his ramblings as just a child's imagination, but as he grew older, when we say older, he's 3 years old, guys. Not getting that much older. His words became more insistent, more vivid and detailed. Eventually the boy's distress grew too much to ignore. The village elders decided to take him seriously and followed him to a nearby village, one that he'd never visited before. And that's when things took a dark turn. Oh. With confidence far beyond his years, the boy walked through the unfamiliar village until he stopped in front of a house. He pointed and said, "This is where I lived." The people around him were stunned, but it didn't end there. He then approached a man, an older villager, and without hesitation said, "You killed me."
Wow.
So imagine being in that man's shoes, facing the piercing gaze of a child who claims to remember his own murder. The accused man turned pale and insisted he didn't know what the boy was talking about, but the boy wasn't finished. He led the crowd to a specific spot and said, "Dig here, you'll find my body."
Wow.
So, skeptical but curious, the villagers began to dig. And sure enough, they uncovered a human skeleton buried beneath the earth. The skull had a deep, unmistakable wound precisely where the boy's birthmark was. The villagers stood in stunned silence, and the accused man broke down, confessing to the crime on the spot. The story doesn't end there. The boy then guided the villagers to the place where the murder weapon had been hidden, a rusted axe buried under debris. It was exactly where he said it would be. So after the confession and the discovery, the boy seemed at peace, and he stopped speaking of his past life, as if the truth had finally set his soul free. So was this a case of reincarnation, an eerie coincidence, or something even stranger? Whatever you believe, the story of the boy who remembered his own murder remains one of the most chilling and inexplicable tales of our time. What do you think, Steve?
That's intriguing me. I like that one.
Yeah.
So, have we got any proof that this isn't just a old tale?
So I'm afraid to say that although I have looked into this a little bit, and it is by word of mouth told as a true story, there isn't anything to officially back this up.
Okay.
No.
So where did this take place? Because most countries would have kind of a
What did it
government.
say?
Oh, Druze.
So the Druze people, Golan Heights, or Golan Heights, Golan.
We will get this solved. Golan Heights.
We will get this solved. I mean, I do have my own sort of theory on this one.
Okay.
But we'll get to it.
Okay, so Golan Heights is basically Syria.
Okay.
Fair dues. It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, so are they good at keeping records of people getting murdered? Maybe not.
No, not really.
I mean, maybe someone can enlighten me if they live in Syria, particularly Golan Heights. And if you're in Golan Heights and you're listening to our podcast, we would love to hear from you as to if this is true. So did it say the name of the village? It just said he went to a nearby village.
No, it didn't say. Did not say.
And my other concern is here, there's nothing in the story to give the guideline as to the amount of time between when the guy was murdered and when the kid was supposedly born. Like, so if it was 3 years difference, that means like immediately came back as someone else.
Yeah.
So then if in 3 years, would it be a skeleton? I don't know if it would decompose to the point where you class it as a skeleton or a body still.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So would it have decomposed to that extent? But also just with the fact that if it was longer than 3 years, how would he have led them to that village? Because it's likely the villages would have developed at some point in time, you'd think.
Yeah.
So different buildings, different landmarks.
That's true. I mean, it does sound yeah, I don't know. And it doesn't say how long ago this was either, but I do believe it probably is supposed to be more modern sort of times. So you are right. I mean, my thoughts on it, personally, I think it's probably a bit of an old folk tale, I think. And because if they believe so heavily in reincarnation, it sort of would stand to reason that they would have folk tales that instill that. Do you know what I mean? That sort of put that forward and to convince you, I suppose. So I think it's probably just a bit of a, it's a bit of a yarn. Maybe it started off somewhere as being true, but it's sort of Chinese whispered itself into something so much bigger. Yeah. I don't know.
So it does say that the boy's full story has been documented in the book Children Who Have Lived Before Reincarnation Today by German therapist Trutz Hardow.
Okay.
So maybe if anyone's got that book in their bookcase, you could take a look at the pages and see if there is a bit more detail to it, because as you say, all the articles are very vague, and it's like Yeah,
it's really vague. There's no names of the children or the family or
the murderer.
The murderer. All of it is just complete. It's so anonymous, and like you say, it's just very, very vague. So I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure I would trust the word of that book either, because they obviously have an agenda.
Oh, here we go. There's another article, and it says, the little boy's story is told by Dr. Eli Lash, who has written a book about reincarnation. There is no additional evidence for the authenticity of the story, but the story has got the attention of many Anglo-Saxon readers, and last week it went viral.
Okay.
I am calling bullshit on this.
I don't think it's true. No, I'm with you on that one.
I don't think at 3 years old you would have that mental capacity to store all of that. Because
I don't know that that's not necessarily the case.
No, I mean, you at 3 years old, you're still developing. You're still learning how to control your body, learning to try and talk.
Yeah.
You know, learn how to wipe your own ass. So at that point, are you really? Yeah. Are you really at that point going, oh, I was murdered and I need to go and find who my murderer was?
The thing is, though, is if he's remembering something from a past life, maybe he, really does remember it. Maybe that means that he remembers stuff that he hasn't learned yet, if that makes sense.
But how would that data get to his brain?
I don't know. We don't know about, this is all on the assumption that reincarnation happens. I'm not saying it doesn't. Maybe it does. But I don't think this story is true. I'm calling bullshit on it. So that is my verdict. Yeah, I'm with you 100%.
We are.
Gosh, we're agreeing a lot today, aren't we?
We are good at this, aren't we?
We're great at this. We just debunk everything.
Yeah.
We're just amazing.
If you think different, maybe you've got some evidence, maybe you can give us the names of the people involved, then do get in touch. Topicopedia.online for all the social stuff. And of course, the sexy feedback form, which you can get in touch anonymously.
Yes, you can. So please do get in touch. I would be really interested to hear any further details about this case. So, yes, please.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
I liked that, though. It's a nice thought that was something or other. You know what I mean?
Well, as soon as I read it, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But the point is that it was a really interesting and compelling story. And I think it's worth having a discussion, even though I think it's bullshit off the bat. I'm not just going to read stories that I think might hold some weight,
Yeah.
I mean, some of them we know are factual, but it's mysteries. It's not necessarily things that are factual. We're here to debunk some of them, not necessarily just solve. So, yeah.
So if you've come across anything you need debunking, also let us know, because we're always taking suggestions as to which to do next.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Sweet.
So on that note, that bloody note, we are at that point, aren't we?
We're at that point.
Get your browser open.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Type him. Right. Oh, I pressed enter without actually clicking the suggestion. Okay, right, there we go. Okay. STAVN, Stavn. Oh yeah, of course, we are on Urban Dictionary, just because I didn't introduce it, I just kind of went to it.
We need a little jingle to, Urban Dictionary of the Week jingle, and as well as a meme of the week and jokes of the week.
I keep saying the production's coming, and I mean, the production, technically it is coming. It will be here eventually.
Steve, we're nearly 3 years in. Is it really coming? We've actually outlasted a lot of podcasts,
We have, to be fair, and we've not even used any production, so...
We've barely any production.
Yeah. So what is a stavn?
I don't know. What is a stavn?
What is a stavn? An extremely amazing thing to be equal with the awesomeness of Max. Using context, look at that. It's a stavn. How awesome.
Oh,
Is it Staven or Staven? Staven.
Dunno.
It's like some badly spelled way of spelling my name.
Yeah, it is. It is. Someone dyslexic tried to write your name.
Yeah. Okay, what is a Bathist?
Bathist?
Yes.
Is it someone who discriminates against baths?
One who doesn't believe in showering. Oh, it should be bathist, not Bathist.
I was
bathist, sorry.
close.
I missed the E out. Bathist. Yeah, one who does not believe in showering. Using context, dude, you stink. Are you a bathist?
That's brilliant.
Next time someone stinks, ask them, are they a bathist?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, maybe if they've, they are whipping out their eggs at work, you can go, oh, don't be such a bathist, go have a bath.
Yeah, definitely. Or if you don't flush the toilet and leave your food everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so what is a Fraser?
Oh, I started watching that again earlier.
Did you? So what could a
Yeah, I
Fraser
did.
be?
Oh,
He's got a lot of
character.
upvotes.
He's a character from a very popular sitcom from Cheers, and then he went on to do a spin-off show titled Fraser, which was absolutely brilliant.
Okay. Fraser, a cool guy who gets along with everyone, but if you do him wrong, or any one of his friends, all hell is unleashed. The kind of guy who will make your life hell. A sweet talker, as such he knows what to say and exactly when to say it. He likes to keep everyone happy, but be honest. Maybe not completely honest, but as honest as he can be. The guy who makes everybody laugh, but not intentionally. He likes pretty smiles. Using context, that guy is so funny. Yeah, dude, that's a Fraser. Haha, you're hilarious. No, I'm Fraser. Great.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Okay.
I don't know about that one.
SPOR or SPOR.
Spore.
It's an acronym.
Okay. Special people on run. I don't know what begins with R that special people could be on. Special people on retirement.
I like that. No, the acronym stands for, in this case, stupid person on rentals. Slang used...
I wasn't too far away.
No, you weren't, to be fair. Slang used by locals who fear their lives because of tourists who have no idea what they are doing. Using context, Billy got sent to the hospital after a spore clipped him, knocking him into a lift pole.
Oh dear. I've just realised
Yes.
that I've forgotten to read out our feedback for the week.
Oh, okay. We should probably do that.
Shall I do that before we get our memes out?
I love the fact we've left it to like dead late in the episode, so people are sat there itching, waiting to hear their feedback.
The two people I've got feedback from are sat there going, the bitch has forgotten my bloody feedback. God's sakes, I give her feedback and she doesn't read it. I'm reading it. I'm going to read it. So, your biggest fan, Steve, has left us some feedback. My mother says, substitute swear words. Dad and I watched a film and it started with a badly dubbed "Freak off, you freaking melon farmer," which was dubbed over some terrible language, which they just said it sounded so out of place and it was so badly done that it was hilarious. So freak off, you freaking melon farmer.
Melon farmer.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try and use that.
Freak off, you freaking melon farmer. Yeah. Great insult. We're going to have to incorporate that into everyday life. Bonus points for people if you've made it to this far in the episode. If you are leaving a chicken and a poop emoji, also leave freak off, you freaking melon farmer in the text bit so that we know you made it to the end of the episode. Okay, we know that you're the true MVPs. Yeah, so anyway, my mother also says, and it's got to be lemon and sugar on pancakes. See, it's in my genes, Steve. It's in my genes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that, but I also like chocolate as well. You know, Nutella, you can't knock it, can you?
I mean, it is lovely. It is lovely.
Yeah.
But I can't with a pancake. I don't know why.
But then, you know, strawberries and cream also goes great with pancakes. Pancakes are so versatile.
So versatile, and yet I refuse to have anything bloody different on them. I tell you what, I do like
your ways.
I'm very set in my ways, but I quite like different toppings on waffles.
Oh, yeah.
Like the sweet waffles, the American waffles.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will experiment more. I don't put lemon and sugar on that. So that's where I get a bit experimental. Our favourite feedbacker, Andy, has been in touch.
Hey.
Yeah. So he says, Steve talking about how expensive ink cartridges are. Some guy online proved that ink printer liquid costs more than actual blood.
That does not surprise me at all.
It doesn't surprise me either.
What a rip-off it is in a lot of circumstances.
You'd actually be better off refilling the cartridges with your own blood.
Yeah, yeah. There's the magenta.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's genius. He goes on to say, speaking of Pancake Day, I spent Sunday enjoying pancakes with my partner's family, and her dad went rogue and had a what's-it-filled pancake like a crepe.
Oh my God. I take back about them being so versatile. That's offensive.
Yeah, that's too versatile. That is thinking far too far outside the box. Get back into the box. I tried with a small bite of mine. Oddly worked, though the rest of mine had a dust of sugar and drizzled with lemon. Tasty. No, I'm not. Listen, one of my favourite snacks, or not a snack, but like a snacky lunch, is a Dairy sandwich that you have to make with butter and Dairy. And I like what's in that. I love putting what's in Dairy sandwiches. Amazing. And it just makes me feel like I'm a kid again.
See, but Dairy is a cheese, and then what's a cheese flavoured. Well, I think what confuses me with what's and pancakes is pancakes. We tend to have them sweet. And usually, pancakes, you know, if it's not sweet, it's more makes you think of a wrap. So then you'd have cheese on a wrap. So cheesy wrap makes sense. But then cheese and pancake to me, I'm thinking that's wrong. It should be a dessert. I
agree. It's not right.
You messed my head there, Andy. Completely.
Yeah, that's a weird one. You can tell father-in-law that he's off his rocker and he needs to get back in the box. And the last thing Andy said is, I bet Uncle Jerry had a pancake with a spurt of his play date. I say. I bet he did too. I don't think you're wrong, but I wasn't expecting to read that. Thank you so much, everybody, for your lovely feedback. Please do keep that coming in at topicopedia.online or any of our socials. And we will try and get it read out earlier on in the episode next time. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Right. Well, you'll be pleased to know, Steve, that you won Meme of the Week last week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know. Yeah.
That's great.
I must admit, we had quite a lot of votes, and both of us had quite a lot of votes, but you still put me to the post. So thank you so much to everybody who went onto the website to vote. Massive appreciate. Let's see if we can get as many votes again this week.
Yes, fingers crossed.
So what have you got for us this week,
What have I got for us? Okay, so this is... I mean, it looks like roadworks. I mean, yeah, it's like a roundabout still being built. Yeah, it's going to be traffic lights on it. But the comment says, no wonder I've never found it. It's on a roundabout in Hampshire. And it's obviously, I don't know where it's advertising for, but you know, like if you say you go in, say Southport, they might abbreviate it to fit it on the road and they'll put like SPRT or whatever. Yeah. Here they put G'' SPT. So yeah, that's an unfortunate abbreviation. That's quite a distracting abbreviation.
That's so funny. Well, at least you probably could get directions to there, I guess. So there's no excuse, is there? No bloody excuse. I like that though. That's really good. Mine, the photo looks kind of like, I guess, a woman in the military, and she's holding what I assume is a grenade. I'm not sure it is, but
Let's have a look. Let me see.
for all intents and purposes, I believe it to be a grenade.
With my extensive military background, I'll tell you if it's a grenade or not.
Okay. Okay.
That looks like a grenade to me, yes.
Okay, so
is it? Would you class it as a grenade? Like
I'm not sure.
Or ammunition for, say, a rocket launcher? Is it? Yeah, like a rocket launcher rocket.
Well, for all intents and purposes, it's supposed to be a grenade because the text reads, "There once was a lady named Jill who tried a grenade for a thrill. They found her vagina in North Carolina and bits of her tits in Brazil." I thought, that's my meme this week. There we go. We're going to have it.
Oh, dear.
So head over to Topicopedia.online, scroll down a bit on the homepage where you can vote for your favourite meme of the week. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see who gets that one next week.
Oh, dear. Oh, what have I got for you? Oh, yeah. See, growing up, my dad's always had this saying, right? You sure your dad got sayings? Is he,
Probably.
Things that you've...
He normally says, live in hope, die in despair.
Oh, that's fair. Mine says pints, gallons, litres. Which, I think it speaks volumes.
Oh, my God. Oh dear. Okay.
We didn't cover this story this week, but a new study was published this week saying that a small amount of female hormones has been found in UK beers.
Oh, okay.
So to prove the theory, they had 100 men drink 12 pints of beer. Okay, so the outcome, 100% of them started talking nonsense and couldn't drive.
Wow. I'm not even laughing at that one. That's so naughty.
How do you find a blind man on a nude beach?
I don't know.
It's not hard.
Well, he's blind. He's not. He's probably got his clothes on.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. It's not hard. Oh my gosh. Bless me. I'm so innocent.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. Since I'm going down the route of offending women today, why do women have two sets of lips?
I don't know.
One for arguing, and the other set is for apologising.
That's a bit naughty, isn't it?
Oh, I love women, really. Don't start thinking I'm hating women. I'm just having a laugh.
Just having a laugh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let him otherwise, people. I'd make him edit it out if it was that bad. So as I was walking home one night, a man I passed asked me for a blowjob.
That doesn't surprise me.
I was horrified, and the whole experience left a really bad taste in my mouth.
It all happens in Plymouth.
It all happens in Plymouth, especially on the hoe. I recently met someone on Tinder, so I invited him to the gym with me for our first date, but he didn't show up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's how I knew we weren't going to work out.
Oh.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
Last one. What do beer and elephants have in common?
Beer and elephants. Oh. No idea.
They both come in pints.
You're going to kill me.
I'm trying. On that note, We'll leave you with Steve's death. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Topicopedia. Do head over to topicopedia.online. Don't forget to vote for your favourite meme of the week. Leave us your sexy feedback using our sexy feedback form. And you can read our blogs, because we've been doing them recently, haven't we, Steve? It's been very, very good. And they're free. You don't have to pay for it. Also, you can get in touch with us via any of our social media. Do give us a little follow. Do interact with us. Do leave us the relevant emojis and texts that we've asked for if you have gotten this far through. And we will see you again next week. Bye.
They both come in pints. Bye.